Olto-8 is at it again with its new Iron series, where it manages to combine skeletonized dials with a rugged theme. Find out how they pull it off. This video is brought to you by Olto-8. Click on the link below to order yours today. Let's begin as always with our hot take for this review. I'm surprised with the wearability and finish of the Olto-8 Iron X. As much as I don't want to sound cliche, but this really has a luxury feel for a microbrand. It's that movie vibe where you think you know where the story is going, but then it subverts your expectations. I expected it to wear large, but it didn't. That shortened lug-to-lug distance certainly helps with the fitting, and the side guards help extend that case along your arm. This creates the perception of a shorter wrist presence. The functions don't even require a manual. Turn the crown and it winds the movement. This crown is unthreaded. The only step for the crown is for setting the time. There is a 24-hour indicator at the 9 o'clock position if you mind this complication. At the back of the watch, you can access the quick-release spring bars to swap your straps with any 22mm strap of your choice. This is the most fun feature of the Iron X. For a field and adventure watch, you can dress it up with various straps and bands. It remarkably adapts its personality depending on the band you use. Let's begin with an aviator strap. These studded bands help create the air-faring feel of the watch. Those large numerals help pull off this identity. From this configuration, the Iron X can be mistaken for a Bell & Ross timepiece, but still considerably different with these corner accents. On the wrist, this specific band is a little too loose on the Iron X. It's crucial that you mind that shortened 47mm lug-to-lug distance. A different kind of leather can make a big difference in its appeal. Throwing in this Horween strap with its simple stitching style highlights the case even more. This is especially true with its shiny bevels. It gives a little vintage look as well. Notice also how those downward lugs helped in the comfort department. I have an ostrich strap that's 22mm, so I snapped it onto this case. Ostrich straps tend to be associated with more dressier watches, but this wide and straight cut strap can be used for this squarish profile of the Iron X. Straps without tapers always makes the whole watch look a little bigger than it's supposed to be. This could likely be more appropriate if it was a different leather material. One such example is this fabric NATO strap. Tossing this on the Iron X is a lot easier so long as you have thicker spring bars. With zero tapering, this NATO gives a beefier impression that I'm sure wrists above 7 inches would love. I enjoy this setup nonetheless, despite having thinner cuffs. We reviewed an Olto-8 watch before, and this one stays close to its previous collection. Beside the Infinity 2, the automotive inspiration is clearly visible on both of them. If the Infinity 2 is modeled after a luxury sports car, the Iron X is built around the sport utility outdoorsy kind like the Jeep Wrangler. This bruiser, though, packs a certain finesse as you look closer into the details. The case is 43mm by 46mm. The thickness is 12.5mm, has a 50-meter water resistance, and weighs a hefty 113 grams. It's powered by a Miyota A2S5 movement that's slightly modified by Olto-8 to have a 24-hour indicator and comes with the usual 42-hour power reserve. As much as there are a few straight lines on the case, there are a number of desirable curves to this watch. From the strap, it has this padded design that aggressively tapers down to a more flexible width along with the side buckle. On the side, there are these guard elements that provides visual interest and case protection. One of these are signed, a thing that is often contentious, but here is passable because of that matted finish. The backside is dedicated to this large plate that exhibits a great deal of markings. But when not defying gravity, it sits perfectly fine to give you a relatively legible dial despite being skeletonized. There are some parts that's interesting to see, like these 24-hour indicator and running seconds plates. However, these numerals are rather difficult to read. It looks cool though, seeing these plates turn and in low light conditions. The lume is not just applied on the dial, but also on the case with those Wrangler headlight accents. The large aviator heads stand out very well with its contrast and geometry. The numerals and indexes have the same effect. So for those who like skeleton dials, the Iron X delivers some cool points. And for those who could not live without legibility, this Olto-8 doesn't disappoint either. The sports utility segment became a massive boom in the car world. If there was any indication, more and more people are exploring the life outdoors, and one of the things that they bring is their watch. The Olto-8 Iron X series captures this adventurous spirit while being dressed with crowd-pleasing polish and finishes. It's amazingly similar in quality with an aforementioned luxury brand, but between the Bell & Ross and this Olto-8, which one is less painful to drop? Well, from personal experience, I know which one it is. So there you have it. It's another fantastic release from Bell & Ross, from Olto-8, but it really is a good alternative to the Bell & Ross look. It has this skeletonized dial and manages to still be legible despite those smaller subdials. What do you think? Comment down below. I was really horrified when I saw that ding and when it fell from the cabinet down to the floor. But hey, it survived.